Mars is really in the business of delivering smiles, delivering moments of joy. I mean, that's what we deliver. It's chocolate.
In an ideal world, supply delivers and demand grows and everything's great and you've got stable supply conditions. But the reality is completely different.
You need a vibrant, performing industry sector that provides that cocoa for you. We have exactly the opposite of that.
For Mars, the stakes are enormous. It's having enough cocoa at reasonable prices.
There's 6 million people in Côte d'Ivoire whose livelihoods are dependent on cocoa.
So investing in their productivity gains is shared value. It's a win-win for farmers and for a business like Mars.
We always felt like we had a responsibility, always believed in mutuality, always thought the work was important. What really changed at Mars was a realization of how a business mission critical this was. We're one of the largest chocolate companies in the world, and to meet the demand we have even internally to provide our products for all the customers that are out there, we need a lot of cocoa. Côte d'Ivoire is the largest producer of cocoa, and in terms of the amount of cocoa we need by 2020, it's the equivalent of adding another Côte d'Ivoire somewhere. So clearly Côte d'Ivoire can't fail.
Cocoa is a huge part of their national income, 15% of GDP. It's 35% of their exports. It occupies a third of their population. And you can't just shut down cocoa. You basically shut down the lifeline to a country.
You see a cycle of decline. You see that in terms of soil fertility, lower incomes, that translates maybe into decisions that aren't good for the environment. That translates into decisions that aren't good for communities. And you really do end up with this theory cycle of declining circumstances.
So you look at the social conditions around those, campements, those townships, if you wish. They're not even villages. They're outposts of villages in the back country. You don't have the roads. You don't have the basic infrastructure that you need to actually get cocoa out and plant material and fertilizer and inputs in. What we did with Mars is we went on the ground and we interviewed farmers. We interviewed people in the supply chain. The solution was productivity. You multiply yields 3 to 5 times, you begin to have an income about $5,000 per family. That in Côte d'Ivoire today, and also for the foreseeable future, is a good salary. There's no reason we can't get there. Shared value is essentially about solving social problems in ways that creates a lot of business value. And if you rely on a source of supply, making that source more productive has a dual advantage. It means you have more access to quality supply as a business, but the people who are producing that have much greater income. It's going to be a sector-wide effort that can be catalyzed and it can be led by Mars, which it has been, but ultimately the success of change is going to rely and sit on the shoulders of a number of actors.
And that's really when we started to realize the role FSG could play in terms of coaching us on that, advising us on that, especially meetings with top-to-top people within government, strategy, the implementation, the planning. I mean, FSG had a huge role in really taking these ideas and really starting to implement them.
First of all, let's get management on board. Second, let's get government on board. We're going to be operating in their backyard. Third, let's get multilaterals who've been doing all these projects in countries to be focused on the same strategy. So you're peeling down, you're going actor after actor to share a vision, and that's what we did.
We had all the expertise, we had all the experiences, probably more than almost any other company has. But yet in terms of telling the story and really presenting a compelling vision and exactly why we had to intervene in Côte d'Ivoire in a different way, that really was what FSG helped us with.
It's been a fantastic partnership. It's always been our role at critical points to challenge the data, to challenge the process, and to think what's next, what's the next step.
We want a revitalized, vibrant cocoa sector. That'll benefit Mars, but that'll also benefit Côte d'Ivoire, where we have professional cocoa farmers, vibrant rural communities with access to education and healthcare in terms of the right farming practices. And I think that's an outcome that's shared by both Côte d'Ivoire and by Mars. To really be able to make changes in people's lives, to go to these villages and really know that the kids that are running around, the families that are there, you're going to have a positive impact on those people. That's amazing.